Welcome back. This is lesson 7 in this section of the training, copy and paste options. Still on the training, how to get started with Excel. In this lesson, we're looking at how you can use the autofill feature in Excel. I am Amaka Ifebulando, your instructor. The autofill feature enables the user to copy or fill series of cells. We'll be illustrating that in this lesson. In this lesson, we have two worksheets we'll be working with. In this worksheet, we won't be doing much. We just have our set of data here. So we have worksheet lesson 7A and worksheet lesson 7B. So I'll go into lesson 7A to illustrate how to use the linking your sheet and using the fill handle. First, we'll link our sheet to lesson 7. That's this particular sheet. So to link it, you start with the equal to sign. I'll first input my equal to. Whenever you want to link your sheet or write a formula, you use the equal to sign. So I will link this particular cell to this cell in lesson worksheet. Good. That's A13, and I'll click enter. When you select the cell and check your formula bar, you see that the formula there is saying that this cell has been linked to lesson 7 worksheet and cell A13. Good. I can also link this one individually to each of the relevant cell in lesson 7 worksheet, but I will just link this first cell just as I've done, and I'll use the autofill handle to drag to the right. So this is the autofill handle. You will see a tick cross sign. When it appears, you just click, you right click or left click, then you drag it. Good. Immediately you drag it, it copies the cell, that it copies using the formatting in the first cell, because we have a date formatting here. So it fills it with that date formatting, but that's not what I want to do. So what I'll do is to use the autofill option button to select what I want to do. And when this autofill option button appears whenever you use the fill handle, right? So I will use this. By default, it just copies the cell and the formatting. We have another option that says fill formatting only and fill without formatting. This is the option I want. I don't want the formatting, just fill the formulas for me, right? So we now have the same cell, each of them linked to lesson 7 worksheets. So if you select each cell, you look at your formula, but you see that they are all linked, right? They are all linked. This is C13, lesson 7, D13, lesson 7 worksheet E13. So they are all linked to lesson 7 worksheet, right? So what I'll do is to select this and use the autofill handle and drag downward. Good. Now I now have the entire data in lesson 7 right here. Okay, I still have how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's just fill down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we still have 1 to go. Good. So you can see all the details I have right in this lesson 7 worksheet is now linked. I've linked this cell to lesson 7 worksheet. All the cells in this range, I've linked it to lesson 7 worksheet using the fill handle. Good. So what I'll just do is to format this by applying the comma style. You go to the number section, apply the number style, then reduce your decimal. Good. And I'll also apply the percentage formatting to this. Good. So you see that the same formatting has been applied and each cell is linked. So whatever changes that is made to the cell also is reflected here. So that's one way to use the autofill, by linking the sheet and filling it either downwards, upwards, rightwards, or leftwards, right. So let's explore other autofill options or future ways which you can use the autofill in the lesson 7B worksheet. Good. Now we have in this worksheet we have different column and different data in it. I will be using the fill handle and the fill series here to make illustration. Now we have the dates here. We have values, alphanumeric on this text, and we have the growth series here. On our date column, we have end of date inputted. This 31st of January, 29th of February. To fill downwards, I'll just select this first two, ensure my autofill of handle is up first, then I will drag down. Immediately I drag, you see that it fills each cell has end of months, the subsequent end of month. This March, April, May, June, July, August, September, right? So all you need to do is just to input the first 2 months, end of months, use the fill handle, or Excel now understand that what you want to fill is the end of months for each of the 12 months in a year, right? So that's that for this column. For the value, you see we have 1 and we have 5. So there's an interval of 4, increase by 4. So the next one will be 9, add 9, 4 to the 9, we have 13. So all I do is select this to use the fill handle and drag. Watch what happens. You see, we have 9, 13. It keeps filling it by adding 4 to the subsequent cell, right? So this alphanumeric also works. We have department 001. We have number and alphabet. We have department 002. All I need to do, if I want to continue 003, all I need to do is just to select these two, use the fill handle and drag. Good. You can see we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there to 9. Good. So that's how these 3 columns work. For the text column, this, you just input the text you want. It's just like copying the text all through. So you just input the first cell and use the fill handle and drag to repeat the same, to copy the same content to other cell, the sum range, right? Now for this growth series, what we want to do is to increase each of the subsequent cell by 10% of the first. That is, this is 500. We want the next one to be 550. That is, it has increased by 10%. To do that, we'll be using the fill option under the editing section. So first of all, we want to select the range we want to fill. After selecting this range, go to your home tab. Under the editing section, click on this drop down arrow close to the fill option button. Then you select the series option, fill series option. Good, we have the series dialog box up. Now I want to, the series is in column, right? Is in column already. Then what type of series do I want to fill? Is a growth series, so it's increasing by 10%. So that is a growth. The next one should be 100% of the previous plus 10% on it, subsequently like that. So what's the step value? I want to increase it 10%, so it's 100 plus 10, that is 1.1. So I'll say 1.10. That is an increase of 10% on the previous. Now this top value, if there is a value I want Excel to stop at, that's whenever it gets to this value to stop, I will input it. But because I've selected the range, this is where I want it to stop. So the selected range covers, I don't need to put any value here. So I'll just leave that blank and I'll click OK. Good, you can see. So 550, 10% of 550, 605, 10% of 605, continuously to the last cell in the range we selected. So these are the different ways you can use the autofill option in Excel. I believe we've gotten a better understanding of this and the different way the autofill feature can be used. So this brings us to the end of this lesson. See you in the next lesson.